No false starts here. And jump starts potentially, but no false starts. And we get a light sequence. Everything fine. The lights will come on. There they are. They go out, and we are going racing. There's the drivers bouncing around just to release the rear axles and get the engines to pick up.
Not into the
William
lead.
Wainwright
takes over from Wicko. Hello to Gaz Bury, by the way, who's watching. How you doing?
William Wainwright takes the lead. Will Noah Wicko respond to that? I think the answer is probably going to be yes. However, as today has progressed, Nick, that number 21 of William Wainwright has gone quicker and quicker. We've got a 3-card battle with Logan Hodgetts joining in. I think it's Logan. Just
it is Logan.
The number. Yeah,
I think
74.
Logan's into third place. Just missed off. It'll be picked up on the timing the next time they go through.
This is going to be cracking. I've got a feeling that this is going to be cracking because William Wainwright, he's got the black number plate with the white numbers. That means he's a novice, so he's brand new at this. And at just 6 or 7 years old, you know, he hasn't got much karting experience, if any. Noah Wicko in second. Treaded tyres, remember, for the Bambinos. And just look how close Wicko is. Absolutely.
Not giving him much space,
no, not at all. They're bumper to bumper. Through oblivion. A little bit of a variation of opinion on line through there. Towards Christmas they come then. And already Wainwright showing a defensive approach towards Christmas. But just look how quick they go through the corner there. There's very little speed difference. I'm not sure they do. I think it's flat out.
You've obviously got a relatively low maximum speed, which is obviously designed with the Coma engine. And then, of course, you have got quite a bit of grip on a short wheelbase. You kind of think you probably can turn the thing in with very much minimal braking. Through they go again. And it's looking... Wicko, again, he's got this watching brief. He's done this before.
Yes, I know, and I'm sure this is the first time that he's come up against in a direct fight for the lead with William Wainwright, who just seems to, his learning curve's been steep, but he's just there.
He's doing some nudging.
He's been quicker and quicker all weekend long.
No,
here he comes.
Hodgetts and Salmon, who both shone at various times in this meeting, being slightly dropped by the front two.
So a 2-card battle for first and second, a 2-card battle developing for third and fourth. Then we've got a gap to
Ollie West.
And then behind Ollie West, a little bit of a gap to Arlo Gamble and Benjamin Shiver, Arthur Bowers, Ernie Wade, pretty much together actually behind that lot. Look at the pack. Look at the pack coming out of Crook.
Yeah, Salmon was thinking of giving it a go past, but Hodgetts then decided discretion was a better part of valour and didn't do it going into Christmas that time. Do you know why it's called Christmas Corner?
No, I think it's probably because, you know, they're heading towards Christmas. Here they come to Christmas. You know, off to Christmas we go. I'm not sure it's got anything to do with the the chronology of the name. Now then, bit of a gap there for once since this race began. I'm about to say it, but I'm about to be proved wrong. No, there is a gap between those two carts. There hasn't been a gap at all. But William Wainwright, with the tyres just beginning to get up to their proper tyre pressure, as Wicko back on his bumper, isn't he?
I'm not sure whether Wicko actually just gave himself some space to fire out, because he ended up being exactly the same distance behind, which is 800ths of a second, or as close as you can be.
That's the battle for third and fourth.
First, second, the foreground, third, fourth, and fifth now as Ollie West joins the battle for the bottom of the podium, and in fact, all well wide for Cameron Simon, but it's worked. He's in third. So Simon picks up third with the Ayrton Senna tribute helmet.
Whether or not Calman Simon can pull away from Logan Hodgetts and catch Noah Wicko in front of him, we'll wait and see. As Hodgetts comes back, is that?
No, I think that's Ollie Smith, who's just gone
through.
Ollie West going through.
Ollie West coming into play. We've seen Ollie already out on the mighty Bambinos, the electric engined or the electric motored carts. He's back on petrol power here in the C50 Coma engined kart, and now broken free from Hodgetts and Calman Simon. So I'll rephrase that. Yep. Are we about to see Ollie West catch Noah Wicko? No change at the front, by the way.
A bit more aggressive again. Wicko looking for a way round. Let's move to the front two again.
Here they come towards Christmas then. And like we've seen, there is no need for any brakes there. They just turn in. What little speed they need to scrub off seems to work when they turn in. Flat out through Inkermans, down towards Ashby. Did they break here at all? I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask them, aren't I? I'm going to have to go and troll the paddock even after the meeting's done. Find out just how these Bambinos go around. It's a great drive from William Wainwright, the novice. Oh, and sliding wide, did he there, Wicklow?
Wicko lost
sliding very wide at Chapman.
He lost a few metres, but those metres will be back by the time they get to the start-finish line. Look, he's gained back most of them in the short shoot straight there. And then through the boot, Wainwright sitting there going, this is going quite well at the moment. Can I get 100 points for in this final? And Wicklow, who has won everything else, is now looking to make his move. And he's had enough being in second place.
Oh, side by side.
Oh, it's going to get tight.
Through Crook. No, Wainwright.
That is where Wicklow did take the lead when he wasn't leading in the second superheat, but not from Wainwright. But now he's really decided this is the time to go.
Side by side into Christmas, Nick.
Yeah, I'm not sure we've got to hurry up from his parent or guardian.
Side by side into Christmas. He had the ideal line into Christmas corner, and he's taken the lead from William Wainwright. Wainwright, the question mark over William Wainwright is, has he got enough pace to come back at Wicklow? Wicklow looks over his shoulder. You might see the bright yellow cart in his peripheral as he looked. They're already through Parker into the left-hander at Chapman. And look at Wainwright coming back. He hasn't dropped him at all, has he? These drivers so equal, and Wicklow now pulls away. He's got a different line through Chapman. Into the boot then, through the left-hander.
It's going to be a challenge for Wainwright now, I think, to make this gap back up again. Wicklow looked very, very confident once he got to the front of the field. He pulled out massive leads in both of the wet heats yesterday. He's won both the super heats today, but not by as much, and one of them by not a lot at all. But as you pointed out, and I think it's a key point really, is that Wainwright's in his first ever meeting. He's learning every time those wheels touch the ground, and learning huge chunks.
Learning very quickly, looking down the inside at Christmas. But as we've seen previously, when the rules were reversed, there just isn't enough. You've got to come out of Crook with momentum and be alongside before you turn into Christmas. Getting down the inside with a speed difference of pretty much nothing from the straight through that right-hander. Here they are at the left-hander of Parker. Now the left-hander of Chapman. It cuts back on itself.
Oh,
they're down the inside.
Fantastic move.
That is, you know what? They've been using those different lines pretty much all day. And Wainwright, that's the question answered, Nick.
Yeah, but what happens is, of course, that when they're doing the other way around, Wicklow gets a good run down the back straight. But this is, I've gone to look at that.
Look at Wicklow's different line. He takes a very wide line there.
Wickow's almost on the wet line.
Yeah, he has. He's been doing that pretty much all day long. Here we go then.
Right
Wicklow right on his bumper again.
Not taking no for an answer. This is what happened last time. He was able to actually drive up to the left-hand side as we look at it, driver's right. This time, wise. See, Wicklow, so Wainwright has learned already within the course of this race.
He's learned to defend, hasn't he?
Didn't give him the space, so Wicklow's now got to work a different way of doing it. Now, what will happen is, I wonder if they take the same different lines again through Chapman, because that's what gives Wicklow the speed in the second half of the straight, but obviously not actually around the corner, which was why Wainwright was able to take him. There's no overtaking now because there's a yellow flag.
Yellow flag. Now that might be yellow flag for Chapman.
There's a cart off.
Look at the different line there.
I know, but there's no overtaking there. I think I'm not sure when they got the green flag. Probably a bit more recently.
Yeah, there's very little with them here. Different opinion on line through Chapman for sure. Now this is where Wicklow draws up towards him, coming through Pitts Bend here, the right-hander, and this is where he gets down the inside if he's got momentum, and he hasn't. He hasn't got enough to get him alongside, which is where he had him before. This is where he'd want to pull alongside to the right, and if Wainwright has got any heads up, he has indeed. Wainwright down the right-hand side of the track. He's been caught out once, and he's not allowing himself to be caught out again and be passed at that very point.
2.5 laps to go now, Joe.
Yeah, inside the final minute, Nick.
Wainwright having to fend off the experienced Wicklow in his novice outing. I mean, he may have had a couple of outings club-wise, but this is his novice outing in a major championship, where I'm sure the level of competition is going to be a lot higher.
Into Chapman then, Nick. This is where the variation on a theme is. Look at that difference of turning point. But look at the way he fires out the corner. That's what you were talking about. Wicklow firing out the corner in the later stages of that corner, but not enough to challenge going into the boot. It'll be 2 more laps after this one.
I think, that has worked well for him. Now, this is the point, but this is next chance. He just carries more speed all the way through pit straight, and he'll just dart out to the left if he thinks he can get. But again, as you pointed out, he isn't getting that drive. Wainwright's managed to be quite clever and reducing the chance of drive. Now, if Wicko actually thinks he is quicker, he needs to drop back. He needs to give himself 4 or 5 metres to accelerate down from when you come the exit of the first part of the boot through the pits corner, and then to carry that extra speed. Because what happens is he's getting there, he's going a little bit quicker, but he can't go any faster because he's got a big yellow roadblock in front of him. Penultimate lap.
So it'll be the last lap board next time by, using all of the exit curb at Ashby, both drivers. Now this is where he needs a bit of space, does Wicklow. Again, turns in a lot later, but fires out of that corner and then gets back onto the bumper of Wainwright. Wainwright in the yellow cart. The red cart is Noah Wicklow. Started on the pole. Rules have been reversed.
Coming to the last lap. So this is one of it. He has held, but he's gone back. He's a little bit further back this time.
He's heard you, Nick. He's heard you.
Now, can he actually carry the momentum? He's got a little bit more. He's looking. Oh, again, it was a good idea. It wasn't quite.
Yeah.
It worked better.
Now he can't get through Crook quick enough to be able to go around because Wainwright is so heads up here, looking down the right-hand side, and now they're up to the top speed into the final stages of this last lap for the C50 Bambino final.
Can Wicklow break Wainwright's heart and take this rookie off the top step of the podium for the first Coma C50 Bambino final of the Kart Championship 2024 here at Whilton Mill round 1? Wicklow is as close as you can be, Joe.
Yeah, it's going to be into the final few corners. And again, Wicklow takes the wide line, nestles up to the rear bumper of Wainwright. Can he have a move down into the boot? He did give him that space, but Wainwright's going to go around the outside, and Wainwright's going to have the ideal line through the boot. A great driving there from both drivers. He waves him away as if to say, how dare you try to come around the outside. It's going to be a sprint to the line. Let's see what the gap is. And there's Ollie West coming involved, and it's 3 wide across the line. And Ollie West has taken second. What a finish to the Bambino C50s. Wow. Incredible driving from all of our drivers. William Wainwright, Noah Wicklow driving very, very forcefully. And that little bit of wheel-to-wheel racing there allowed Ollie West to come through